I'm gonna be honest. This is one of those videos that I really don't want to make, but I just feel like I should address this across to you guys. I feel as if the content that I've been pushing out to you guys is just lower quality compared to the earlier stuff. In the end of June 2015, I was sort of overwhelmed with my first job. I'm not gonna lie, my job was easy as hell. The only problem was the amount of hours and days of the week that I had to be there. I would come home at 4 o'clock and relax and eat for an hour until I had to cut grass or some other form of yard work. After about 3 hours, I would finally have some time to myself, which I would try to use that time to work on videos for. I would get done making them at like 1 to 2 o'clock in the morning, leaving absolutely no free time to myself. I honestly felt like I was trapped in a little void. I would start staying up in later in order to for myself to get some free time. But in all honesty, that completely backfired, because I would end up staying up till like 5 o'clock in the morning, and I would get up for work at 7, and that resulted in me getting sleep deprived. It got to the point where I wanted to sleep, but I felt like I had to stay up in order to enjoy my summer, so I had to make the choice between free time or sleep. I still kept the same schedule for making videos, but most of the time I found myself deleting them, because I felt like something in them died. I started throwing vlogs up on the channel, just to let people know I was there. The job ended, but I only had 2 weeks left of summer. I decided to take a 2-week break from the channel just to relax and enjoy the rest of my summer, so I could come back full steam. I ended up sleeping and waking up an hour before everybody in my house went to bed. My sleep schedule got messed up. School started up the very next day and I was completely wrecked. In the classes that I had, I wish we would have just got homework that I could have did in like 5 minutes, but we just ended up getting long textbook reads. I would read things on the book, but I would be so tired that none of it would even stay in my head. We started getting tests and quizzes on things that we were reading from the book, and none of it stuck in my side of my head, so I started failing the classes. At one point I said to myself, YouTube is cutting into my life too much. So I decided to completely drop my daily YouTube video creation and use this to focus on school and sleep. It wasn't about until mid-November until I got my grades back up and my sleep schedule back on track. I started to try to focus a little bit more on YouTube videos now that everything was on track. I started to adjust to my regular schedule, in which I was comfortable, yet productive. And after I picked myself up, then the worst came back to knock me on the ground again. The girl that I had something with for the last 3 years, well, 4 and 2 weeks, told me something that completely shattered me on the inside. I reached out to some friends and they basically told me to screw off. That's around the time when I stopped making vlogs. I stopped because I seen no point in making them anymore with the way I was feeling. I tried to make regular videos, but I just started deleting them again for the same reason. I spent most of my time laying in bed feeling sick. On top of this, a week later my uncle went through heart surgery. I left school for a week and spent most of my time sitting in the hospital. At that point I felt if everything was collapsing around me. I kinda just gave up hope and I stopped making content altogether. And went by my days feeling emptiness and sick to my stomach. I felt like this for months. Horrible. There's a little more that happened also, but I just think some things are better left unsaid. So I just thought I would address this before screwing up again. I'm starting school on Tuesday, and I honestly feel like it's going to be a horrible year. Things are still bad with girls and friends and etc. So I have really low expectations for the way things are going to turn out this year. If anything, I feel like I'll probably just make it worse than it is. Also, it's my senior year, so it's my last chance to fix things with people, but I'm most likely going to screw the situation up worse for myself. I remember watching a video entering my junior year last year about something entering senior year, and I was just dreading to make mine. Here I am. Nothing I can do but hope for the best. So I'm sorry in advance if this channel goes any further downhill. Just know that I'm trying to do my best, and I'm sure I will be back on track at some point. I'm probably going to pretend I've never made this video, so it doesn't slow me down. Thanks for taking the time to watch this.